So a student of mine asked me whether he should join those big tech companies as a software developer or join this small company, but not really like a software developer. And my answer was, whatever you decide is the correct answer. So to give you a context, I was the instructor for a coding bootcamp, and this student, he is one of the best students so far, and he really wanted to pursue as a software developer in those big tech companies like the Googles, the Facebooks, right? And the thing is that I think there was one opportunity that came to him where this person told him that he is a very good developer after interviewing him, and he wanted to ask him whether he should join him. And the student was a bit confused because now he has this opportunity that is presented to him, and the good thing about that is that he felt that he was, in a way, felt good because someone actually told him that he was a good developer, sees a lot of great potential, and can do a lot of difference, in the world, in a sense. And he was really confused on which opportunities to take or which path to take, whether to join this small company to have grow his potential and whatnot, or to just pursue to become a software developer and really try his best to be in the Facebooks and try those day in a life in a Google developer, right? Like for him, I do believe he can do it. I told him that because he is a very, very good student. He is one of or the best student in the class itself. And I told him that whatever decision he makes is the right decision, because I think that's the only thing that I have said to myself, no matter what decision I've made. Because why I say that is because when I quit my university to learn coding, I didn't know it was the right decision, but it was the decision that I wanted. When I quit my software developer job and starting my own thing, I didn't know it was the right decision, but I know that's the decision that I want. And then partnering in business, it's like I didn't know it was the right decision until I did it and realized I don't want to partner ever again, right? Not because the partners are bad, but it's just that I want more, right? So whatever decisions that I believe this student of mine takes, it is the right decision. And a lot of times I feel that when we are on a path towards a goal, most of the time it is the path that you in a way should take, right? And then there's I call it noise. I don't mean noise in a negative way, but there are always opportunities out there. So one thing that I share with him is that I am very easily focused. It's a little bit hard for me to be distracted unless I don't know what I'm doing, right? So for example, when I graduated from the coding bootcamp, my first goal was to be a software developer, specifically a mobile app developer in this very specific technology called Flutter. And the thing is that I did have an opportunity to make money after I graduate, which is to be like a teacher assistant, which is essentially assist the instructor of the coding bootcamp, to help resolve some bugs, teach some here and there to the students. And the pay was actually not bad. So the offer was to be a teacher assistant in that coding bootcamp, the previous, when I just started coding, for $3,600 per month. That was a very good salary back then because it was a salary that a normal undergraduate would actually earn at that point of time. And I was like, okay, that's actually very high, and I only have a diploma that is practically not very related to the job itself. But you know what I said? I said no, because my initial goal was to be a mobile app developer in Flutter. Then after that, I really wanted to be that, but I only knew that when I interned in a education company that teaches tech. So my obsession with that was to read about mobile app development, try to build an application or mobile application. So I was really obsessed, and eventually I got the goal. And you know what happens? I realized I didn't want to be a mobile app developer. I actually like business because I joined a startup and it was a very small team. And I'm very you are very close to the founder and you see you don't really have a say in the business, but you do see how the small things that the business do, the founder do actually has an impact in the business. And then for me, I was like, I'm actually interested in business. So was it the right decision for me to become a software developer? Well, probably, because if I didn't do that, I probably didn't know if I like to do a business. And then when I went into business, and then I had an opportunity to partner, to do business together, and I did it. And I realized after 2 partnerships, I realized that I wanted to start my own thing again, this time alone first. Does partnering someone in a business the right decision? I felt it was. And the thing is, I learned that it wasn't. And that's the best lesson that I've learned. So what I'm trying to say here is that whatever decisions that you make to this student of mine, right, it is always the correct decision, because you will learn that whether what you chose is actually for you. Maybe he actually reached his goal. I believe he will, to be a Google, Facebook developer. But maybe after a while, he realized that, okay, actually I don't want to be a developer. Maybe I want to start a business. Maybe I want to, start a startup. And then that's when someone will decide to move to another path. And the thing is that what will be I would say, thing that if you don't do what you always want to do, right? Like a lot of people I want to quit my job, I want to, start my own thing. The only thing or the bad thing that if you did not decide on the path that you want to do is regret. And then you always have that lurking regret, that thought that I should have done this, I should have done that. And I feel for me, because regret is one of the things that I want to avoid as much as possible, because I'm afraid of death. I only have one life, and those are facts, right? Those are facts. And I mean, it's always according to your situation, but essentially, when you decide on something that you want to do, you actually reduce the amount of regrets that you have. If you always wanted to do something but you have not had the chance to do, and actually tried your best to actually achieve that, then I believe that if I was that person, I would actually regret, and I will not feel the best that I can be. So I think after the talk with him about this, it's like I think finally understands. And I asked, so where are you, moving towards to, right? He said that he didn't really have a very solid decision, but he tends to move towards the goal of being a big tech software developer. He wants to try that lifestyle out first, and it's okay, because I think even if he joined that, achieved that, but he didn't actually like it, at least he tried. And that's something that I have always been very supportive of, right? Because I feel that the best lessons are the ones that that it's not but it's like sometimes somebody has to fall in order for them to understand what the decisions that they make will actually help them feel. Because logically, to someone, it makes sense. But sometimes, for myself also, I probably had to, because like there are advice from people that are in business saying that, oh, you should, not hire because you have a lot of responsibilities. It's like, I want to have a team, right? I always want to have my own team. I want to be in charge of hiring. I want to enjoy working with people that I really care about. And maybe it's true that when I had a team, it will be very stressful. I probably won't like it, but at least I have tried. And that's something I will never regret. And that's something that I'm achieving right now. So to the student, or to any one of you who want to think about whether I should do this, I should do that, it's like whatever you choose, even you can do both also, right? Like the possibility, there's always ways to do whatever you want to do, right? It's just that I believe is that if you don't do what you always wanted to do, there's always that regret. For me, I will never regret not joining a big tech company because I don't really care. Like for me, I always wanted to do my own thing with full control of it. Alright, so that's about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more of this kind of videos, subscribe down below. Comment down if you like this kind of style without the presentation. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!